Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to go ahead and pick some cards from my Law of Assumption affirmation deck to see what you can be affirming right now in order for you to get your manifestations, see some movement, see some progress, okay? I apologize in advance if the video quality, the sound quality isn't that great because my heater is going on in the background. It is cold, okay? It gets cold in New York. It's like 30 degrees outside and I'm also like near the windows. At least the lighting is good, so yeah, but just I wanted to apologize in advance. I promise I will figure something out, maybe turn off the heater when I film videos. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and pick some cards to see what you can be affirming right now. I really like this. Okay, here's a reminder that you should be saying affirmations with the words easy, natural, normal, always have gotten my way. I have always gotten my way when it comes to love and relationships, when it comes to career, when it comes to the salary that I want. I always get what I want. It's always been the case that I've always gotten what I wanted. Same with it's easy. It has always been so easy for me to manifest anything that I want. Okay, you don't have to make it hard. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Don't put like a time limit on the process. Don't tell yourself it's not working. Okay, it is working. It's working right now as you're watching this. Something is happening. There is movement happening. The minute you start affirming, you literally step into like a new level of awareness, consciousness, and you step into a new reality. Okay, it takes a little bit of time for that old reality to reality to phase out, to make space for that new reality to come in, but you best believe it will come in. Okay, so that's something that I want to remind you. It's always working. Manifestation is perfect. Okay, it will never not work for you. Same with normal. Okay, natural or normal. It is normal for me to get what I want. It is normal and natural for me to get my desires instantly. Okay, it's always been the case that I've always gotten my desires in the way that I wanted them. Something I do want to say is the whole thing about something I want to address is the whole thing about letting go. If you keep letting go, if you keep thinking you have to detach in order for you to get your manifestations, guess what happens? That means every time you want something, you're going to detach or let go, or you feel like you're going to have to do that in order for you to get your manifestations. And when I say detach or let go in this context, I mean, some people think they literally have to stop thinking about their manifestations or not want it anymore for them to come in. And that could not be further from the truth. Sometimes it has been the case that has happened, okay? Sometimes it does work, but let me tell you, there are a lot of manifestations that I was like almost obsessive over that I didn't let go in the way people think you have to let go of. And they still came in. I was still thinking about certain things that, I wanted to manifest that ended up manifesting. I still wanted those certain things. It's no fun to, manifest something or get something in your reality when you don't even want it anymore, right? So I would even say stop thinking that you have to detach or not want the thing anymore for you to want it, because your subconscious mind is keeping track of all of this, okay? If we keep thinking like, okay, you know what, I'm just going to be passive about my life, I'm just going to leave it to the universe, then that's exactly what's going to happen, okay? In future manifestations, when you want something really bad, you're going to have to go through this whole process again. Oh, I'm just going to let go. I'm just going to not want it. And instead, if you just created the belief that you get what you want instantly, you've always gotten what you wanted. It's been easy, normal, natural for you to get what you want in the way that you want it. At the time that you want it, you're creating that belief. That's why I think it's so important to say affirmations like this, so you can, create this belief for future things that you manifest. Okay, the more time, energy, effort you spend creating belief, it'll be easier for you to manifest in the future. I promise you, 5 years from now, you will literally snap your finger like a wizard and your manifestations will come to fruition. Okay, it does get easier and easier. Even for me, I noticed that I've been manifesting things a lot easier and a lot faster as compared to when I first started this journey. And it's, I'm just progressing. The momentum just keeps building, and I'm really happy for that because, another insight that I gained from even just saying this or, thinking about this, being reflective about this, is that just because it took a long time for something to manifest in the past, you took a long time to manifest something in the past, that doesn't mean that's going to be the case this time around. I know some of you could have started manifesting your very first SP maybe years ago, and maybe you just kind of got over it. You got over them and you're just like, wait, I didn't manifest this person back. Or maybe something happened where a new SP came in and you're just like, okay, well, if I'm manifesting another SP, is it going to be the same thing again? Is it going to be that same first person, that same, instance of manifestation? It doesn't have to be like that, okay? If anything, you're improving, you're growing, you're better at manifesting. The more you practice manifestation, conscious manifestation, the more you affirm, the more you get into the right mindset or alignment with your manifestations, the easier it gets. Okay, that's why I do think practicing is important. I do think everyone should be practicing this every single day or whenever they have the time. It's okay to take breaks, okay, but definitely self-concept affirmations or affirmations that have to do with your manifestation abilities are so important. Okay, keep building that momentum. I promise you, life just gets easier once you learn manifestation, or once you even practice conscious manifestation. It really isn't that deep. You don't have to like read about quantum physics or like cubism or even neuroscience. I mean, you understand a little bit. I kind of like reading up about neuroscience. I really like Joe Dispenza books to kind of just figure out how manifestation works. But the biggest takeaway from my journey is that you make the rules, you create the rules, you stick to them, and that's what manifests. Okay, shout out to Sammy Income for that. I will reference her in a lot of my videos because she's one of the only people I watch on here when it comes to manifestation. Okay, because she has like the least limiting beliefs of everyone, and I really like that she's debunked so many false theories that people have. Or I wouldn't even say false theories, because again, to each their own, but there are certain things that manifestation coaches preach that you have to do that don't work. They swear by it. Oh my gosh, it doesn't work. Affirmations don't work. Affirmations do work. Everything is an affirmation, okay? Like, you're affirming all the time. If you can think, you're affirming, okay? So of course they work, and obviously a lot of what you think does come to fruition, right? Not every single thought. We have like 60,000 plus thoughts a day. Obviously not all of them are coming to fruition, but it is the affirmations that manifest, at least for me personally. And I've tried and tested this thousands of times, you know, and it's worked for me. Like, I always talk about like the biggest accomplishments: my New York City luxury apartment, my job, my promotion. I've manifested like multiple SPs. I've gotten like people to say the exact things I wanted them to say. I've gotten like the exact offer to like the exact number, exact bonus to like the exact dollar amount that I wanted, okay? So like, trust when I say like this works. I wouldn't be talking like about this if this didn't work. I wouldn't be, you know, sitting here telling you, you know, just false stuff just for, you know, me to get like clients or something like that, because that is what some people do. I know like that's something I manifested in my reality, but I will tell you, a lot of people on here I've noticed will say what they think other people want to hear. Okay, a lot of people, you know, like that still practice law of attraction. Maybe they're even more into law of assumption now, but they will say things like detach, let go, because that is mainstream. That's what's accepted. When you hear people talking about those things, you know, the majority of people, that's what they grew up hearing, that's what they grew up believing. So obviously they're more likely to like view those videos and support those people who talk about that. And again, to each their own. Maybe they do believe that. I'm really not trying to be mean here, but I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't agree with all that. You know, maybe it's the way that I am, the way that I was, I guess, the way that I process things, the way that, you know, I process feelings and emotions is a little bit different than how other people do that. Because personally, for me, I have not always been able to feel things before I manifested them. And I don't think it's necessary to do that. Okay, I'm just going to say I grew up in a community where feelings and emotions weren't really talked about, and it's just like, maybe I didn't know how to like properly process them or what, but it's like certain things were hard for me to feel, and that's why I use affirmations, and they work. And even before you feel something, guess what's causing that feeling? It's your thoughts, okay? Like, it's your affirmations that are causing that feeling to come up. When you have a feeling, it's because of a thought. It's either, you know, negative, positive, or neutral thought that you had, and that causes the negative, positive, or neutral feelings. So yeah, that's definitely something I wanted to point out. Let's go ahead and see what else you can be affirming. I am the prize. I am on the pedestal. Oh my gosh, you guys, you are amazing. Okay, like, I have gotten the opportunity to talk to a lot of people who watch my channel. You know, they've been my clients, and seriously, some of you are like the nicest people I've ever met. Okay, you do deserve love. You do deserve everything you want. Do not ever doubt yourself. Do not ever doubt yourself. You are the prize. You're on the pedestal, and people will just meet you there. A lot of you tend to put your person on the pedestal. You're just like, oh my gosh, like, what if, you know, they don't like me anymore? What if they get bored of me? Like, you know, you'll almost be like obsessive about this person, you know, liking you. And again, when I say obsessive, I never mean like obsess over like, you know, person. I just mean like obsess over the fact that you're good at manifesting. Like, you know, be obsessed with yourself. Okay, that's really what I mean to say. Like, obviously, I'm never gonna condone, you know, being so obsessed with something to the point where you're putting it on a pedestal. Like, when I say like I've, you know, obsessed over my desires, that means I still wanted them, but I guess, you know, in terms of letting go, I was able to let go of the resistance. Okay, because, you know, it ended up coming in. And honestly, I wish I could tell you what that means, because yeah, resistance means like a lot of different, you know, things. It's like you're not too worried about them or what they're doing or your manifestation because you know it's coming to you, okay? But my point is, like, you don't have to worry too much about that. You don't have to dig too deep into that. I like what Sammy Ingram said, like, I don't dig deep. I don't even have a shovel, okay? But my point is, like, don't put others so much on the pedestal that, like, you're kind of, sacrificing your own self-worth, or you think, like, you can't live without this person, okay? It will come to you. It has to manifest. I promise you, manifestation works. You will get the person that you want. A lot of people don't do that because they get over them in the process, or they don't want them anymore, or they give up because it's taking too long. And it's like, how do you just spend that time, like, not spiraling and getting your thoughts in order and stop putting them on the pedestal and stop checking the 3D? You would have gotten your desires by now, okay? That's really all there is to it. And if you feel like, things are stressing you out, definitely take a break. It's okay to take breaks. You're not going to, like, not manifest just because you took a break, because at the end of the day, your subconscious mind knows what you want. But I will definitely say, work on self-concept. Whenever you have the time for thinking about your person desire, you might as well spend some time affirming good things about yourself. I am the prize. I'm on the pedestal. Anyone would be lucky to be with me. Anyone would be lucky to have me as an employee. Anyone would be lucky to be my friend. Okay, this stuff really, really, really does work. And again, I would not be talking about this if it didn't work. I don't talk about things that I don't, like, wholeheartedly believe in. So that's also something that I wanted to point out. It is coming your way. It has to come. There's no choice. It has to manifest. Manifestation is perfect. And yeah, you don't have to, like, stop liking them. You don't have to stop wanting them. You don't have to stop wanting that job opportunity, stop wanting money, go zen, this, all that to manifest. I mean, if you want to, sure. If you think that's what's going to work for you, sure. That's, an assumption that you're creating. But I'm also going to, be really real with you when I say, like, if you keep creating the same assumptions for, the thing that you want, then that's kind of what you're going to experience in the future. Like I was saying, if you keep thinking you have to detach and, like, stop thinking about what you want or not want what you want, then that's what you're going to continuously go through when it comes to manifesting certain things. And it took me a little bit to realize that, but, like, once I did, I'm just like, you know what, I don't like thinking that way. If I want something, I want something. Like, think of someone that's in poverty who literally doesn't have food. Would you tell them, like, oh, if you were meant to have food, you would have it. You have to just stop wanting food and it'll come to you. Like, do you realize how bad that sounds? Like, yeah, I mean, that's the same with, like, really any manifestation. There's not some higher power or fate or the universe dictating whether or not you get that thing. It's you who's dictating that. You always have power in your reality. You always have control in your reality, okay? I want to make that so abundantly clear. I really also like what Sammy Ingram said about, if you're watching someone that doesn't empower you, that doesn't feel like you're in control, you gotta stop watching them. And there are certain people on here that will talk about leaving it to the universe, that still believe in divine timing, okay? And again, to each their own, but if you don't resonate with that, you don't have to internalize that. That's all I'm saying, okay? I did not believe in all that, and I took a really, really, really long time to manifest anything with that mentality. In fact, like, when I think back to, like, the first SP that I was trying to manifest, I was like, wow, that took way longer than it should have. It did end up happening. I just didn't want him anymore. I manifested someone, like, a trillion times better. That's what happens sometimes. You'll, like, raise your self-worth, self-love, all of that, and you just won't want them anymore. The thing is, you'll either get what you want or you'll get over it. There's no in between. Either way, you'll be happy. You'll be satisfied with the outcome. But yeah, my point is just deciding what you want and deciding that you have it right now is the best way to get what it is that you want. And you're just affirming, persisting in your affirmations, not giving up. If you don't feel like affirming for that specific thing or person, just affirm for self-concept. It really is that easy. Self-concept will do wonders, okay? Even just saying things like, my life is perfect. I'm always getting what I want. That counts as self-concept. I'm worthy of my desires. The 3D is conforming right now. You just self-concept and manifestation abilities. When in doubt, work on those, okay? Yeah, let's go ahead and pick one more card. Ooh, I like this. Everything I want, everyone and everything I want wants me more. Or you could say everything or everyone I want wants me just as much. Because, with this one, it's like, I don't know if I want something that wants me more, because I also want to be able to, like, feel that mutual connection here. So yeah, you can just say everything and everyone I want wants me just as much. And I've always had the best self-concept in every area of life. I've always had the best self-concept when it comes to love and relationships. I know that I'm worthy of love and commitment. I have always received love and commitment, okay? You don't have to stick to the old story of always getting ghosted. Always, not being chosen. remove that from your vocabulary. What is being ghosted? What is second choice? Never heard of those words. That does not exist. There are some people who never get ghosted. There's some people who like everyone caters to because their self-concept is so high in that area, or their assumptions, are that people cater to them. Okay, so it's two things you have to work on: self-concept and your assumptions. I know some people have great self-concept, but they just were not able to use that to change their assumptions. So do that. Change your assumptions about the thing that it is that you're manifesting. Of course, keep working on your self-concept. That I'm a huge believer in self-concept. Okay, I just like doing it because it makes me feel good about myself, and it's really good just mentally, emotionally. Okay, but I also really like Sammy Ingram's example of affirming for that specific thing. Like, she said that when you go to a pizza shop, you tell them like, hey, I effing love myself, and expect them to give you like all the pizzas for free. Like, no, like, you want that pizza, so affirm for that pizza. Okay, of course, self-concept, it works, it helps you feel good, it helps you keep your manifestations, but I think it's okay to affirm for the specific thing you want. It's okay to like get really specific on the things that you want. I don't think it'll work against you. I think I used to like kind of believe that like, oh, if you affirm for someone or something specific, it's not going to come, it's going to cause delays, or when you focus on them so much they focus on themselves. That's not true. That's just an assumption. That's just a belief. If you think that's the case, that's going to be the case. But I know a lot of people who have gotten a lot of success by literally just affirming for the specific thing it is that they wanted, or the specific person, and the specific person told them like, hey, I was thinking about you the entire time. Like, they would say things like, SP's healthily obsessed with me, they're always thinking about me, they're always blowing up my phone, they're always texting me first, they're always chasing me, and like, guess what happened? And like, the person even ended up telling them like, oh, actually I was thinking about you, the entire time. I was like stalking your profile. And there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes when you manifest someone. Trust when I say they do think about you, they do get thoughts about you. Thought transmission is 100% real. It was literally proven by the Nobel 22 Physics Prize. Oh my gosh, the Nobel Physics Prize for 2022 literally proved quantum entanglement. It basically proved that two particles that have at some point connected with one another or have been in contact with one another, no matter how far apart they are in distance or time or whatever, one particle still has an impact on the other particle. It basically proved thought transmission. Okay, so you can definitely look that up. I talk about that a lot in my videos, but there's no way they don't think about you when you manifest them. They do think about you, and they do reflect back your assumptions of them. They do reflect back, the things that you've been wanting them to reflect back. So yeah. Okay, I will go ahead and end the video right here. I do want to let you know that I offer manifestation coaching. I also custom make subliminals, and I also have a guide out on my Etsy that you can use to manifest love, soulmate love, a specific person, and ex. And I also offer in-depth tarot readings. So if you're interested in any of these services, check out the description box below where you will find my website, and you can find these services through there. So yeah, I will go ahead and end the video right here. Happy manifesting.